So now we can show you 3 people are in the room. So now you can show them. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So now I'm going to start my speech. Do you remember what you wanted to be when you grew up? It's kind of a long time ago, but back in elementary school when the teacher gave me like a little slip of paper that said exactly, what do you want to be when you grew up? I think a lot of kids didn't take it seriously, but I kind of knew when I was the age of like, let's say 6, I knew what I wanted to be. And I remember a lot of my classmates wanted to be actors, actresses, athletes, and all sorts of things. But you know, we were kids, we didn't know any better. And I would say a lot of it's changed from now. But for me, it hasn't changed. I wanted to be a doctor when I was back in elementary school, and I still want to be a doctor then and now. And I'd say that was because of what happened to me at a young age, my parents, and my stubbornness to not change my profession. So when I was born with 2 holes in my heart, and I had a slow heartbeat. So at a very young age, I was exposed to like the medical field, and I grew up with these scars, and I have the scars on my chest to prove it. And I always wanted to be the smartest kid in the room because a lot of teachers would praise those kids, and because of my surgeries, I wasn't physically inept to be an athlete, and I didn't have the courage to be an actor. So I thought, being the smartest kid in the room would be cool, and I think a doctor would, fit that pretty well. And I would say other than those influences from school, I would say my parents helped me out a lot, and it was like their gentle hand that made me like push for me to go a little bit farther than I would have. And both my parents are from Mexico. They speak a decent amount of English, but as far as their education, it didn't go that far. So once I got into junior high school, it became pretty hard for me because they could no longer help me with my math or English. And I remember times where they would just call my cousin, who was a bit older than me, so they could help me out. And even if it was just like 3 simple problems, they would drive me there at night just for me to learn what to do. And they would often call my teachers and ask if they gave me some additional problems to help me ease into the homework. And it was like those types of like little moments that would like prove me that they cared, and they care about my dreams and futures, and just show me that they support me the whole time, and I can't let them down, But all that kind of changed when I got into high school. And so when I got into high school and I took advanced classes, it felt kind of weird because I was kind of in the middle of the pack. And it just felt really strange because I no longer was the smartest kid in school. I was just right in the middle, if anything in the middle, maybe a little bit less. And I got to see a bunch of the actual smart, brilliant kids work. And I became friends with most of them. But I got to see firsthand how hard they work, how much hours they put into their studies. And it was kind of incredible. I would say that maybe some people would get jealous and maybe hate them and sum up all their hard work as just being smart. But when I looked at them, I knew there was hard work behind it. And that's why when I was talking to them, I was just inspired by them and looked up to them, honestly. I talked to most of them about what they wanted to do after high school, and a lot of them want to be chemists, engineers, psychiatrists, a bunch of interesting, cool jobs. And I just thought that the behavior that they had towards studying, that would become great towards going to the medical field. And I thought, they would be great as doctors, but they probably don't want to do that. They probably have something in their history that wants them to become psychiatrists or chemists, just like I do. I have a history with my heart and my family that, for that reason alone, I want to become a doctor. And just thinking about that just helped my determination, and everything made me think back to why I wanted to become a doctor, and it just refueled me. So after I graduated from high school, I went straight to GBC to get my associates, and next year I'm going to go to UNR to get my bachelor's, and we'll see from there. Because I know I'm not stopping, because I got, my family behind me. I want my classmates to know that I'm right there with them. I'm not stopping, and so I have the abbreviation doctor in front of my name. And I just want to say thanks to my classmates that helped me determine, that made me keep on being determined on working for my goal. And I wouldn't have gone far without my parents. parents who obviously helped me along the way, and obviously they're not gonna keep on helping me and keep on pushing me to do my own thing. And for the schools, for giving me that little slip of paper that asked, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to be? What do you want to do when you grow up? This helped me start my determination for my goals. And for those like little ceremonies, I really didn't think much of them when I was young. I just thought it was something you just sit through for an hour until they call your name. But once you get up there, it really feels like you have the whole community has your back, and we're cheering you on. And I'm just thinking right now, I can't stop, and I won't stop until I have that doctor abbreviation in front of my name. Thank you.